Hi, I wanted to tell you a little bit about William. He was a cat that I had, and I use him on my logo for my store, so jamielouise.shop. And basically, I wrote a book about a time that he got lost and the adventure that I went on trying to find him, which was pretty interesting. Also explains how he got lost. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But there's another cat here, Lou, who I put pictures up of all the time, who's very attached to him. And I basically retold the story through paintings, her version of it, like you know, what a cat might think if it was imagining itself going to find William instead of me going to find William. so, so in the book, go to a court case, and there was like some people that were dealing drugs, and I had mentioned that William had, in the mornings he jumped over the wall, and it was right after that that he disappeared, and just I'm gonna explain to you why it's so important to me, but I like I got him back. Yeah. But okay, here's William. So this is William. He was well, I found him as an adult in 2005, and then he died last year. He had a stroke or a seizure or something neurological, which could have been from some virus that had swept through the cats in this area because they all just started passing away. So it started out with the upper respiratory virus that they all caught. Um, all the preventatives that I knew how to do to make sure that cats don't catch anything didn't work. So all the cats around here caught it, this upper respiratory virus. And then it was months later, just we started noticing there was different symptoms, and I don't know if it was related or not, but it just was kind of coincidental that they all started passing away. Her, like my neighbors and mine, and so yeah, it was diarrhea. There was some of them had diarrhea and some of them had strokes. There was one that had a stroke a week before William did it. He died this exact same way. What else? Simba had thrombocytosis. But anyway, so the paintings are Lou's version of the story. So Lou imagines her doing it, like, and she goes and finds him. And so I have quite a few paintings of the cats in this way, where he's gone and she's imagining where he is, and then she goes and she's gonna find him. She gets him. These are only some examples, but here's when he's lost. This is actually Simba, but I liked the way he looked in that picture. So, and we have a train that runs right behind the Union Pacific Railroad is right behind me. I love trains. So when I was a kid, I rode a train to school with my brother. The sound is very soothing to me. Makes me feel happy. So that's why I moved here, because I like trains. It might be the only Union Pacific that runs through Arizona. I'm not sure, but it's not a passenger train. It's a cargo train. So it carries. I've seen it carry cars and wood, coal, like propane, like weird stuff. It's like it transports things like I'm not sure, a certain portion of the U.S. Um, yeah. So, and there's some other reason. There's some other symbolism in this painting also that has to do with other things that I'll talk about on other videos. But so this is William. Like, there's Lou down here, and William's taking a hike. He's going somewhere, and this part of Lou Luz travels to go and find him. And she meets, so you'll notice there's a helper fairy, Greta, who's in quite a few of the paintings. Greta helps Lou find William because she's not able to do it on her own. So Greta's in a lot of the little paintings. Okay. So, oh, here's Greta's over here too. All right. So how I found him. So I found William in 2005. I had just moved here. He was about a year old. I'm not really sure, but I started seeing him in the parking lot, and he looked out of place. He looked like he didn't know why he was in the parking lot, and like he didn't know where to go or what to do. So you can tell when they're thinking that, as opposed to a cat that's knows the area and he's been around and he knows where to go and he's comfortable. So like I said, there were a lot of cats. There are not now. I can explain why later, but so yeah, he seemed out of place. I had noticed him like 2 days before I took him in, and so I think, I'm not positive, but a lot of cats get abandoned here. And there was a couple who lived near the laundry room, which is where William was hanging out. And they were a young couple, and they had just had a baby, and they were moving, and they were threw a bunch of stuff away out by the trash, and they threw away a bunch of cat stuff, cat tree, cat carrier, cat things. And then they moved and left. And then there was William in the parking lot. So I found William because I was doing laundry one day. I was in the laundry room. Well, I was carrying my laundry towards the laundry room, and this known bully cat just saw me coming and like ran out, and he like ran away like all aggressive. And that particular cat, I called him Mufasa. Very, very handsome Siamese cat. He was huge. I have a picture of him somewhere. I can probably post that. But he was probably the father of like most of the kittens around here at that time. So anyway, he was a really big bully. So he he had to fight off the males to make sure he had all the females. And William was probably a house cat, and he was like, oh my god, this guy's after me. So he was like, William was in the laundry room and I didn't know it. And I went into the laundry room and I'm putting my stuff into the machine, and I hear this cat screaming at me, and it's talking directly to me. I could tell like the cat is talking to me. It's like, hey, hey. And I just kept doing my thing, and it kept talking to me. And so I went around, I was looking behind the washing machine and the dryer, and I was like, I don't see anything. So I just kept doing what I was doing. And he was like, hey. And then so I looked up, and he's literally like just hanging from the light and from the ceiling. And I don't even know how we got up there, but he was like looked kind of desperate. So I climbed up on the washing machine and I got him down, and I think it was an instant love. It was like love at first sight. But I told myself I didn't want a cat. So I was like, okay, this poor guy, like he needs help. So I took him home, and I put posters out everywhere. I put posters everywhere. Sorry, the computer dimmed. And I took him with me to work to get to see if he had a microchip, and I don't know. I think I got him vaccines and an exam and stuff. And there's some local rescues told me to take those posters down because I had put posters up to see if anybody owned him and he belonged to anybody. But what I didn't realize was somebody dangerous. A lot of people mistreat cats, and there were people at that particular time in my on my street that were mistreating cats, and so I took the posters down. And I had been trying to find him a home, but then I think some maintenance people came into my apartment and they said, your cat's really mean. And he wasn't. He was so nice, but I think he was only nice to me at the time. And I would try to like make him go sometimes, and he would run back in. And I just decided like, this is my cat. This is my cat. The other thing